Brian, why don't you go first?
Okay.
Hey, Cuts by Jordan. Good to see you again. Happy New Year. Hey, everybody. What's up, Area Kiss? What's up, Rock On Tony? Jeez, what happened there? Hey, everybody. Welcome to World Comedy Studios, live from Studio City, Los Angeles. Hola, Rock On. Leo Wells. Tavita, Fireman. Good to see you. Hey, John Huggins. Guys, if you've never been here before, we are like an online comedy club. No, Tony, you got the wrong place. Not only are we like an online comedy club, we are an online comedy club, and this here is our open mic. Thank you very much, SNM. And so you guys are going to see a couple of comedians. You've probably seen them before, unless you're new. And relax, have a good time, talk with each other, talk with me. I'll be typing on here too. Don't worry about being a critic or, necessarily telling the comedians what they can and can't do. Just relax and watch and have fun. I'm going to just pop on here real quick and then we'll get started. Okay, hope everyone's having a good night so far. Oh, and feel free to share this with all your friends. And if you're not following us, we do these mics almost every night. So you definitely want to follow us here. Hey, what's up, John Huggins? What's up, Don? Don, thank you very much. I always really appreciate when you guys follow. Any input requests? Don't even understand what that means. It's only for students, or are you doing an open mic too? No, it's not for students. This is an open mic. I mean, some of the people here are my students, but they don't have to be. Thank you, Funny Name. Appreciate that. Don't worry about critiquing, Tony. Just watch it and relax. You're an audience member. You're not a critic. Okay. So let me just share this here myself, and then we'll get going. Okay, I shared that there. And fantastic. All right. So your first comedian coming up to the stage, you might recognize him from last night's open mic. Right? Yeah, you were here last night. Please welcome Brian Renneker. Hooray!
How's it going, Periscope?
Is my gun?
No.
Oh, can you turn the bottom one on? No, the app.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
No. Shows it's on. I don't need the mic.
Well, I'd like you to use the mic. It's not plugged in then. There you go.
No, it's disconnected there. Cool.
All right.
Jack. Oh, hey.
Jack.
Oh. Hello? Okay, cool. Alright, Periscope, how's it going? Alright, so does anybody have a cat? You have a cat? No? I've had a couple of cats. My family has had cats. And I think that people that say that they have cats and then modify that with, well, it's an outside cat, are dirty fucking liars. Saying you have an outside cat is like saying, oh yeah, that stray animal is mine. Saying you have an outside cat is the least amount of work that you can put into making sure that your Tinder profile, when you say, I love cats, isn't a lie. I think that's what happened. The first time somebody was like, oh, that outside cat thing, the first time that was ever proposed as a thing that could happen, somebody just got caught in a lie. They were dating somebody and they were like, oh yeah, I have a cat. And then they realized that they didn't, and they were fucked the first time that they ever came over. So the girl comes over and they were like, oh, where's your cat? And they were like, oh, he's an outside cat. That one in the backyard, that's mine. That's totally, not a stray. That's mine. I love it. I've had a conversation with a couple of people that have outside cats, and it always comes down to, well, I love it very much. I feed it and I provide for it. Just because you leave an open can of tuna on your back porch sometimes, that doesn't mean that you're a pet owner. That doesn't qualify you for special treatment. I'm not as anti-pet as I sound. I realized that personally, I can't take care of a pet. Multiple times this week, I've forgotten to feed myself. I don't have the responsibility level that's required for having a pet, and certainly not a kid. I have friends my age that are having children at this point. That's insane to me. Not just oops, we had a kid, but I had a friend tell me, oh yeah, no, we're trying for a child. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. To be in a position where you decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a kid. That means that you have just so much extra time and extra money, and you just haven't cleaned up enough shit off another human that you need to change that right now. That's the only equation that results in having a child is a good idea. But I don't get it. I don't get like wanting that level of responsibility. So like I've had friends that have like tried to convince me, oh, you just need to like experience what it is to have something that relies on you and care for something. So pets are always the go-to. Pets are always the go-to. Pets are not a surrogate for having a child. Do you know what is involved with having a dog? It's like taking it for a walk twice a day. And if you did that to a child, the child would die, but you'd be arrested. If you just like left your child in your apartment while you went and did other things, like that's not a good like, oh, here's your training exercise, take care of this sack of flour. That's the same thing as like having a dog or a cat. I fell into it a couple of times. I went out and I got a pet, and I knew that my like responsibility level wasn't at pet, like cat, dog, bovine. I knew I wasn't ready for a big commitment, so I got a fish. I'm not even ready for that. I'm like half of a fish guy. People are like cat or dog person. I'm like almost a fish guy. Cause I got a fish multiple times from Petco, and they didn't make it home. They just died in their sad little sandwich bag in my passenger seat. And my response to that was, I'll try again next time. I'm not ready for a child. I can't do that, like driving it home from the hospital. Oops, happened again. Like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go through some old stuff. I have, does anybody remember their first time getting drunk? Like, do you remember the first time that you, like, with friends were like, ooh, this is super, like, off limits, I'm gonna get drunk with a friend. But the first time that I ever got drunk was with my friend. We were in his bedroom, and he got a bottle of raspberry Bacardi from his sister. And my first instinct when he goes, you drink? I said, fuck yeah, I do. I'm a champion. I had never drank, I had never touched alcohol, and so when he said, usually takes me a couple of shots to get drunk, I knew I needed to one-up him, so I just said, yeah, it usually takes me like 7 or 8 before I feel it. And unfortunately for me, he called me on that. And so we just divided up the bottle of raspberry Bacardi into 2 water bottles and just started drinking. Like, that's a thing that you do. That's not a thing that you do, and that's also when I realized that I don't have an ending to this joke. So let's work on that. I got so drunk that I forgot the ending to this joke. I don't know. I don't know why I started that. I saw it in my notes. Let's end on... Okay, so I have a lot of jokes about driving. And I told them in a bunch of different venues, and every once in a while somebody comes up because they have a driving story that they want to share with me. And it was early in me telling jokes about driving so much that I had a girl come up to me after the show, and she goes, it's so crazy that you tell all those jokes about driving, because, I mean, we have so much in common. I have a car, too, and I drive. And that was the end of, like, the things that were in common. So I think she needs to work on that. But her thing was super interesting, because she said, it's crazy. My car is green, but only when it's next to, like, a blue car. Because if it's next to another green car, it looks blue. Isn't that crazy? And I said it was, because I have a white car. And if it's next to another white car, it looks white. And if it's next to a black guy, I think it's getting stolen. So, all right, that's my joke. That's my time. Thanks, Periscope. Thanks, World Comedy Studios. Let's give it up for Daniel.
What? Not yet.
He's got to do his thing. Where he
Oh,
talks about stuff.
Let's give it up for...
I'm the MC,
back
damn
to
it.
the MC.
Sorry.
Aaron Cable.
Me too, Jack. Me too. I'm sure they'll be back at some point. All right, so guys, you're watching World Comedy Studios right now, live from Studio City, Los Angeles. Thank you, Fireworks Man 67. Go to worldcomedy.club if you want to check out any of the comics there, and there's a big blue button up top where you can pay the comedians. Hell, you can even sign up for our email list. There you go. No wig, Bridget. All right, so we have one more comedian this round, and then we'll have some more comics around 9:30 or so. So, guys, he's a regular here at World Comedy Studios. Please welcome the comedic abilities of Daniel Balshin.
Hi guys. Damn, that was making me laugh. Here's why. I turned 20 this year, which is like being 18 for the third time. Yeah, and my mom came up to me and she goes, "You're an adult now." To which I responded, "Really? Am I? Like what is the difference between this year and last year?" And she looks me dead in the face and she goes, "Nothing." Now go get inside and don't adopt a child, because you can do that at 21, which is why I was laughing so hard. You can adopt a child at 21 years old. That is freaking crazy. Like, I can't even afford a college textbook, let alone feed another small human being. Like, who would think that's a great idea at 21 years old? Geez, like some kid, like I can only imagine there's this one kid who would just want to abuse the power of being 21 years old. He's like, guys, come over here, I got a good idea. Like, what is it? I'm gonna adopt a kid. Are you sure? Are you sure that's a good idea? No, it's great. Listen to this. Girls love it. Yeah, he can wing me with women. You know, lots of girls love little kids. Oh, and we could do homework together. How awesome is that? We could do homework at the same time, and at night we could like split a cup of noodle. Which is, I didn't finish with that one, but that's why I made me laugh. Because it was basically the same thing. Holy shit. Yeah, well now I'm done with that. I have alopecia. Now if you don't know what that is, it's a hair loss disease. Basically, my hair falls out randomly throughout the year. Like I don't shave my head because I want to look Armenian, okay? I take this off because I don't like it in my oatmeal. I don't. And I've seen a lot of doctors. I've been through so much. And this last doctor, he goes, alopecia is caused by stress. I'm like, stress? Like, what pressure am I under at 20? Like, I take 2 classes, work once a week, and on a regular basis masturbate. Whereas my Mexican neighbor works 11 jobs, he has 7 kids, probably adopted one at 21. You know, this past weekend he fixed 3 cars in his driveway. Yeah, he had like enough time to feed all of his chickens, pack lunch for his entire 26-person family, loaded all of them up into a van, and drove to the local park for a picnic. His hair is down here and flowing. Man, he's got literally no time to masturbate. None. And I have a ton of, I really do, I have a ton of respect for him. Like sometimes I stare. I do. I stare at him. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It makes me feel good inside, knowing that he cut the corners of my grass correctly. Still working on that. Let's see. I'm a virgin. Yeah. I mean, the good news is I don't have any STDs, and I have 2 working Super Nintendos, so that's good. I don't know. I need to have an emotional connection with somebody in order to get in bed with them. Honestly, like if a girl came up, like a hot girl came up to me right now and was like, "Hey, babe, you want to make love?" I'd be like, or we can talk, can get to know each other, you know. Then if everything goes right, we can team up, head to the kitchen, make some latkes. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Oh my god, it's great. And then if that goes great, we can move on to bigger projects, you know. Now who the fuck am I lying to? I am financially unstable. I have no money. Like, what is gonna be my pickup line to a girl? Like, I could just go up to her and be like, "Hey, you wanna go throw cans on the road?" "Yeah." "Oh, we can watch cars run over them?" That's fun. Then we can cash them in. Oh, and I have alopecia, right? So we can head to a cheap local restaurant, because overnight I can go from not being able to purchase liquor to Denny's senior citizen discount. Huh? How's that? Mm-hmm. No, that's not gonna work. I don't know. I'm insanely picky. That's another thing. I am so fucking picky. It's not even funny. Like, is it that weird that I want to get like a really hot, gorgeous lady who has a great personality, you know, on the first try. Yeah. Which is terrible of me. This is my fault. My parents are from Ukraine. I have no segue. Deal with it. My parents are from Ukraine. I am a virgin, and my parents are not from here. You know, my mom, she's gorgeous, beautiful. My dad is a stud. Who do I blame for this? Seriously. I'm thinking Chernobyl. Which would explain the alopecia. Not the virginity, that's on me. That's on me. My mom, she's insanely overprotective. My mom is crazy. Fucking, nuts. Here's a story. I had my appendix removed this past summer. And as soon as I walked out the hospital doors, my friend asked me to help him move. Before I could say anything, my mom jumped in. She goes, "Ты ничего не можешь поднимать, хуй ему это тяжело." Which means he can't lift anything heavier than his own dick. And he's struggling with that. So how about you just come back off? Oh, fuck, man. My mom's tough. Don't think my dad isn't tough. Oh, that guy. At my age, at 20, he was a sergeant for the Soviet Union in the mountains of Siberia. Like, things he did on a regular basis were intercepting radio communications and dropping his pants in negative 40-degree weather because there was nowhere else to go to the bathroom. Like, just this morning, I woke up, turned off my electric blanket, and asked my mom to cut the crust off my sandwich. We are freaking different. He actually just told me today a story about... He asked me, like, why don't I play outside? Why am I sitting indoors playing video games? And I was like, well, what is there really to do outside? And he goes, in my day, I used to grab a stick or a whip of some kind, run after stray dogs, slapping them. Like, dogs, like, Ukraine has an insane, amount of stray dogs. Like, they were wolves over there. They eat people. It's crazy. And he would run after them, whipping them. And then at one point, he would just build up enough, like, adrenaline that he would just drop the stick and run in the other direction from the stray dogs. Like, you're fucking crazy. I'm sorry. So I found that out today. Yeah. My mom, back to my mom. Yeah, she's sweet and adorable. My mom, she loves bargaining. That is her thing. She's a huge bargainer. She loves the discounts. My dad does too, but my mom does it differently than my dad. Like, she likes to flirt it out. Like, when I was young, we were in downtown Los Angeles, and she would just stand there and go, "Can I get $30 off this dress, please?" And I'm just standing back like, what are you doing? What is my mind is like in all directions. I don't know what is going on anymore. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just like shoving me back. She's like, get. And the guy like turned, he's like, "Are those your two kids back there?" And she goes, "What makes you think it's from same man?" I had to rethink some things that night. My dad, like I said, where my mom likes to flirt it out, my dad likes to friend it out. Like, I remember he's trying to get a camera. And he goes, "How much camera?" And the guy goes, $350. $350? $350? I could sell son, daughter, $350. If I wasn't already offended enough from the previous exchange, my dad just said I'm worth less than a fucking camera. He goes, and then he tries to relate to the person. He goes, $350? Where are you from, man? Where are you from? He goes, "Los Angeles, sir." "Los Angeles, nice place, huh?" He goes, "Yes, sir." "You said sir, means you were in army, yeah?" He goes, "Yeah, I was in the army, sir." "Me too, I was in army. Crazy, super hard, huh? 200 flat." Like, that was his technique, which never worked. No, my dad's pretty fucking crazy. I feel like he doesn't understand my comedy. I don't know, he came up to me the other day and he goes, "Danny, you're not funny." I'm like, "Thank you, Dad. Thanks for the moral support." He goes, No. "You're not funny. Russian comedy, hilarious. So good." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You're not funny." I'm like, "I got that part." He's like, "Russian comedy." I'm like, wait. What the hell is Russian comedy? He's like, "Oh, White Chicken Crossroad." Why? He didn't. I shot him. Wait, why Ukrainian guy mad? I shot this chicken! And then he just walked away. Oh man. I don't, what else? I'm gonna finish up on this. So you guys on Periscope, you guys and you guy, and the other guy, you guys been watching the elections, right? You've been following what's going on. So you basically, you know who this Donald Trump kid is, right? You know who that is. He's like almost as famous as Lil Wayne. Like that's how big he is right now. It's crazy. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of elections, and I find myself agreeing with him. I do. Like in one of the previous elections, he goes, "I know a lot of people don't like me." I said, "You got a point there." All right, thank you very much, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Balshin of the Ukrainian Balshins. Guys, you're watching World Comedy Studios from Los Angeles, California. And hey, why not check out worldcomedy.club while you're at it? We're actually making some changes to the website, which are going to make it a lot easier to follow your favorite comedians pretty soon. Hey, Zach, thank you. Cool. I vote every time I see a naked girl, I get an election. That's not what that means, Jack. We have a couple of minutes in between our sets, so why don't we let's talk comedy, guys. That dude has 2 body parts in his last name. Just saying, like we don't know that.
I didn't know that. My nickname on the team was Balls Shin.
Funny jokes, better presentation, fucking horrible shirt.
Wait, I'm a Kings fan.
But it's because the Packers are playing the Vikings tonight. And
who gives a shit?
It just lost.
This shirt is great. I'm sorry. This thing was worth $24.
Daniel's from like a Russian-Ukrainian household, so they don't care about football. They care about hockey.
Well, we care about football. We just don't care about football, like the American football. We care about
blah blah.
We watch soccer.
We call it.
Go.
Zach says I'm a diehard Wild fan.
Oh, Wild? His name Zach Parise? Is that his name?
Zach Richter.
Oh, because I'm wearing Zach Parise's shirt.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah? Huh? You want to
guys, so we have a couple minutes, and let's talk some comedy, or we can talk about World Comedy Studios, we can talk comedy, we can talk fucking anything you want to. Why not? You guys are awesome. We're all hanging out. Let's talk. And if you're not following us yet, by the way, Jack Hoffman was at the Florida Panthers game tonight.
Who? Zach?
No, Jack Hoffman.
Oh, he was at the Florida Panthers game?
Yeah.
And, wait, I know this. They just won. They just beat Minnesota? No.
I know. And Jeremy's a diehard alopecia fan, he said.
Thank you, man.
He said, yup, so I guess you were right. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're here at World Comedy Studios. We just finished our performance. If you want to watch their comedy, you can watch the replay. Chances are they're also going to hang out for the next mic as well with a couple of other people that are coming in. I've not heard of Dave Nasser, no. And if you want to ask him some questions, we're just talking comedy now, you can do it. And we do live comedy every night, guys, so if you're new here, just follow us. Who had the braces sounding nerdy laugh and voice earlier? That would definitely be Daniel. There you go. West Palm. Are you in West Palm, Jack? When he said alopecia, I thought he was going to say that's the name of a black girl he adopted. When is the African coming on? I don't know. It's not impossible that Jim and I know each other. So it's not impossible. You never know. It could happen at some point. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I think the rooster came first.
How did you do?
Familiar with the UK comedy scene? A little bit.
With what comedy scene?
The UK comedy scene. Thanks for following Derek Evans. You're officially awesome. Thanks for following Shane Whistler. You're officially awesome. And Dave, you're officially awesome too. And Shane, again, you're awesome. That came up twice. Ukrainian Red Skeleton.
Huh?
The Ukrainian stuff is good, says Tony. I ate the chicken, then I ate his leg. Okay. Am I awesome? Yeah, well, you're already awesome, Tommy.
Oh.
The people that are following are awesome. Tommy's been a follower for a long time. A citizen, if you will. What part does profanity play in comedy, and why do you feel necessary to use it? Well, listen, jerk off. I'm just kidding. Profanity is not a necessary part of comedy, but it's also not something that you have to, shy away from. So, if you use it properly, it can be great. If you're just saying fucking cunt just to say it to shock people, then yeah, it's bullshit.
It's a bullshit.
First night in forever I can sleep with the windows open. Is that because of the crime spree in your neighborhood or what? Probably weather. Because it sounds fucking funny. There you go. Says Bill Cosby. Yes. Citizen, but an indecent one. That's okay.
Who got the Bill Cosby?
Seemed really comfortable up there. Even the nervous laugh works. Worked, he said.
What nervous laugh? Just my laugh?
Yes. Worst baby name of the year, Isis Cosby. That would definitely be a very bad baby name. Guys, if you're just joining us, you're here at World Comedy Studios in Los Angeles, California. We're an online comedy club. And if you follow us here on Periscope, you will see live comedy almost every day. If they can play for a certain age demographic, what would it be? I think that was the question.
A certain demographic?
I think that I missed the end of it, but yeah, I think so.
89 and older, exclusively.
Oh, that is a very exclusive audience.
Yeah.
They usually don't go out to comedy shows, but
6 months into
I did a show in a like a retirement home in a elderly care center.
Oh, I heard they do that.
You guys know each other from World Comedy Studios, right? Somebody asked that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But prior to that, he had a webcam show. I said, oh, I know somebody who does a webcam show.
No,
it's
no,
not the
no.
same type
Different
of webcam
shows.
show.
Yeah.
Suli, thanks for following. You're awesome. Aaron Lisi, thanks for following. You were also awesome. Who are your greatest influences?
Oof. Dang, I don't know. Stalin?
Huh.
It's a good one.
Gravity?
Bill Burr. And Andrzej Kopitar. He's up there.
I don't know who I was just talking earlier. I think that a lot of my influences come from outside of comedy. I think Jack White is one of the biggest influences on me, and that's in. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of similarities between musicians and comedians, and he's inspired me in work ethic and the way that I approach things like writing.
Cool. That's the whole thing. Work ethic is what it comes down to, guys. Yeah, we were talking about this before. Everybody thinks that comedians are just born being funny and being talented. It doesn't work like that. It's hard work. Do you like doing crowd work? And your thoughts on Joan Rivers?
Thoughts and prayers.
Have I just missed all of the Joan Rivers questions before?
Yeah.
It's been like
I just asked about Joan Rivers was an amazing comedian.
She was.
We're not really her target audience, but
Right.
but as comedians, we can appreciate the amount of work she put into it.
I think the longer I am doing comedy, the harder and harder and harder it gets for me to disregard in any fashion somebody that has acquired and built a following, built any sort of success. It's really difficult for me to look at them and go, to disregard them in any way, because I now am seeing more and more and more just the insane amount of work that it takes to get to that level, whatever that level is. So even if I'm not a fan of their comedy, I respect the shit out of what she did.
I believe a lot of people consider Mark Twain to be the father of modern stand-up comedy. Modern stand-up comedy, maybe Lenny Bruce, maybe George Carlin. By the way, guy who asked about Bill Cosby, I'm curious, what do you think about Bill Cosby? No, I'm serious. Are they students? Well, Daniel is a student of mine. In fact, guys, Daniel was actually sponsored by one of our patrons here. Patron means that if any one of you guys can actually pay the comedians or pay for them to take a class or anything like that. So I don't want to name the person if they don't want to be named, but they are here hanging out with us, and they are really, really appreciated.
I really appreciate it completely. Like,
Yep.
I don't know how to.
Super cool.
Yep. Being a comedian is tough, and that's why we have the ability on worldcomedy.club for you guys to pay any of the comedians, because even paying them a little bit really helps a lot. Maybe it means that they can take one less shift at work and work on their comedy more, that kind of stuff. Bill's a great storyteller. I was not present for his current personal allegations. Yeah, I guess, but you were not present for the Holocaust. That happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hitler's a great painter. Let me say that first.
yeah,
But
exactly. Classes, there are 8 weeks of classes, and Matthew, you are actually on the verge of not being here anymore. Don't be a dick, dude. So classes are 8 weeks long, 3 hours a week, and they are the currently $300 for the 8 weeks. Can't take a joke. You're exactly right. I can only teach jokes. I can't take them. It's $300 right now. In a week, it's going up to $400. If anybody's interested in the classes, my email is on my profile here, and email me. Is there types of comedians? If so, what is your genre specialty?
I don't.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's I think the only umbrella that the majority of comics fall under is alt comedy. I think there's 2 main divisions at this point. Oh, well, maybe 3. Maybe like I was gonna say club and alt, but I think that road comics are sometimes. Yeah, so I think there's road comedy, club comedy, and as far as stand-ups go, I think those are the 3 main divisions. And maybe that's just me and my perspective. But
when he says stuff, does he mean like storytelling?
Well, so he just says, so what about, I'm not sure if it's the same guy actually, he said, so what about insult comics? Yeah, there are different genres of comedy, sure. So there's insult, there's one-liners.
Yeah. I think that insult comedy is more under that alt comic.
Daniel is pretty clean in his comedy.
I try to be clean. I forgot to do that one joke.
The Mr. Clean bit.
Oh, hurt right here in the chest. Forgot to do that joke.
What's up, comedian Micah? How you doing? I like audience improv stuff. Crowd work, yeah. And actual proven facts of Hitler are not the same. Are you actually denying the Holocaust here?
Wait, what?
I haven't seen everything that he said, so I'm not sure if I'm reading this correctly.
Oh, was there that one Jesselnick joke?
Any jokes about hecklers? Yeah, not really.
Denied the Holocaust.
Dummy.
And they
Who the fuck says dummy?
Showed them all the things.
Chillin', that's good.
Like,
That's good, Micah.
That they just didn't get rid of all of them.
Insult comedy is real big right now. The Roast Battle Comedy Store is real big. It's never not been big, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, dummy. What do you like? Red Fox in a sitcom? Somebody call me a dummy.
No, I mean insult comedy. I mean, look at before even pre-Comedy Central, the roasts have always been massive. They're attention grabbing, and it's something that you don't often get to see in your day-to-day life, and it's fun to sort of be out of your element. And I think that's insult comedy has always been big, but I don't know if it's any bigger now than it has been recently.
Yeah, the roast battle is relatively new, but I mean, I was a member of the Friars Club for a long time, and they have, they have roasts every year. Woody Allen grows pussy, but still makes supported movies. That might be an autocorrect. I think it depends on the culture. Guy with hat, are you a local?
I am now. I just moved here. This is still the
Thanks, music guy.
full month of me living here.
Can't you tell his accent?
Yeah, my thick Midwestern accent.
I got it correct too. Okay.
But yeah, no, I just moved here and I'm digging it. I'm loving it a lot.
Guys, welcome to World Comedy Studios. If you're just joining us, I got that. Thank you. And Midwest represent. Yep.
Where you at?
Where you at, Mr. G.I. Joel? Is that what it is? We're in Los Angeles, California. And I don't know, they might be asking what city you're from.
Oh.
He's from St. Louis.
Oh, right on. I just did a couple of shows in St. Louis. But I moved all around. I lived in Kansas and Missouri, Michigan. Michigan is where I just moved from. Michigan, Indiana. So
Woody Allen was married to a child he raised. He goes, grow pussy. Well, he didn't really raise her, but it's totally creepy, by the way.
It was a weird, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can say that's not weird.
Yeah.
So World Comedy Studios is a online comedy club, and we do comedy open mics almost every night here. So if we're international right now. So if you like that, then you should follow us. You should definitely follow us. Thoughts about Louis C.K.? He's great. He's a brilliant comic. By the way, Louis C.K. has been around for way longer than you guys realize.
Oh my god, I just saw one of his ADH, I think it was 88 or 87.
He's been working forever at stand-up, and I seriously, name a show, and he was probably writing on it. He's so fucking good. I like that sort of work ethic is just crazy. I have met people that don't like Louis' comedy, but I've never met somebody that is aware of comedy, like really, that hasn't respected the hell out of his work ethic, because he's killed it and put in so much time. Oh. He deserves everything that he gets and more.
Wait, now look, you may not like a couple Adam Sandler's movies, but you're going to tell me that all of Adam Sandler's movies are horrible?
Oh, no. That is...
No.
Yeah.
And seriously, if you could every 6 months write checks just for all of your friends and you for 6 months to go film and party in the coolest places on the planet, tell me that you wouldn't do that and you're a liar. That's the coolest situation to be in, where you can get together with your friends and film movies and just print money.
I
and
didn't
have
think
fun.
I didn't think Ridiculous Six was that bad. I mean, it wasn't like amazing like Billy Madison or whatever the fuck the other movie is, but Gilmore. But it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. His first albums were hilarious.
He was one of the guys that brought the prank calling to an art form. He was alt comedy. He did still the Opperman stuff that he did on SNL it's still funny. Mm-hmm. And the news stories that he was singing about haven't been relevant for now 18 years. Adam
Sandler should just retire. Well, you don't like Adam Sandler, but you're I think you're in the vast majority. Oh gosh, I don't know. That's a tough. Best 5 tourists coming right now. Best 5 comics touring right now. That's what I meant to say.
Best 5 comics touring.
That's a very specific question. I mean, Louis C.K. is touring. Bill Burr is touring.
Yeah. Bill Burr is
Jim Gaffigan is touring.
Right now he's off his tour.
Oh, he's off his tour now?
Yeah, I listen to his podcast. I know everything. Oh my god, I'm such
Difference between being funny around your friends and being able to do comedy.
Massive.
Well, that's really what I teach. That's what comedy is. It's a good question. Being funny around your friends, you can tell a joke and you might be like funny and comfortable off stage, but knowing how to do that in front of a crowd of hundreds or thousands of people consistently every night and do well almost all the time, that's what you need. That's what you need to learn what comedy is all about. Or that's why you need to learn that. Tom Segura.
Cool.
Ari Schaefer, Bill Burr, and both you guys, top 5. Well, that's nice. It's a
Aw,
crowd.
he's so nice.
Tony's right. It is a crowd. Hello, Minnesota. Did people really find cocaine high-speed ramblings of Robin Williams funny? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that Robin Williams was considered a failure as a comedian and performer.
Yep.
So, definitely.
You fucking hack.
Comics work out hundreds of bits. Bits hundreds of times, so it's perfect. That's exactly right, Robot.
Not more.
How do you remember your jokes? It's just a question of memorizing them.
How do you
Title says comics working on material, false advertising. No.
Wait. What was that?
He said working on our materials, false advertising.
No, because they read the title and they've just come in, but now we're talking comedy.
Oh.
We've already done
yeah.
We've already done the open mic.
Yeah,
You can
tap and hold.
wait.
Scroll back.
Well, you can't do that in the live one.
Oh, you
Well,
gotta
then do
wait
that when we're
then.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just wait.
Guys. You can, if you want to see Brian and Daniel perform, you can watch the replay of this video. But how fucking cool is it that you see comedians perform and now we're talking to them, guys? Mitch Hedberg was great delivery. True that.
Yeah.
If everyone could do it, all of us douches would do it. True that. I want to see them kiss. Well, it's probably not going to happen. And her name is What But. Daniel is not going to go. Daniel's not going to journey with you into that joke. Bill Hicks was a prophet. Yes, a girl can dream. You look like a supervillain with your picture. I'm going to pretend that you just have no face, bottom face. You just have like a metal, like a robot jaw. Domino's is also very good delivery. There you go. When do we get the free food? It should be coming to your door right now. Is there a limit to what you can joke about? No. There's not a limit to what you can joke about, but there is decisions you make as a comic as to if you're going to be a total asshole hack and tell jokes about, the victims of things as opposed to fighting power. Does that make sense? Apparently not.
I think that's a really fine line and one that's tough to find a lot of times. But
you can talk about literally anything.
Yeah.
It's just like if you talk about child molestation and you're like, haha, little kid's getting molested, you're a fucking douchebag. Yeah. If you talk about like
the guy's doing
it, society, that kind of shit, then that's a bit different. I'm a turtleneck girl. My power is I can find a turtleneck in any department store. That is very impressive. Did Andrew Dice Clay cross the border at times? Here's my theory about Andrew Dice Clay, okay? Very funny guy, very funny performer, chose a character, this Brooklyn douchebag guy, and it was really a brilliant satire of the kind of guy that he was playing, except that everyone was just into it. Like, so into it.
He actually dresses like that on a normal... That's him, basically. He's not that douchey in real life, because I met him a few times. He's really nice, but that's him on stage.
Hey, Strawberry Lady,
He
good
really
to see
is.
you.
It's really,
I think, yeah.
He still wears the shorts
Yeah.
with the gloves and the jackets everywhere.
Yeah,
The
that's
glasses.
yeah. I think something that people are starting to see is that there's that act to a lot of popular stand-up comedy. I think that I think Aziz is one of the biggest current examples because he got such a good character together for Tom Haverford on Parks and Rec. And then he started doing stand-up as that character, and I mean, as Aziz doing that character. And if you watch Master of None, it's starting to show that he's wanting to distance himself from that character, from that persona, a little bit more and more and more.
That's why people
And I'm
didn't like
excited.
it. That's why
Like,
a lot
telling-
of people
It
didn't
was
like
so
it. That's
many
weird,
people
yeah.
thought that Aziz was going to be Tom Haverford forever.
So
And-
telling jokes, I'm sorry to cut you off, telling jokes about the audience, aka crowd work, or handling hecklers is, it's fine. It's totally fine. But it depends on how you handle it. Like, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. You don't call them out for like their physical appearance or their race or anything like that. You call them out for their behavior, maybe what they're wearing. I mean, a lot of comics talk about what you ordered, that kind of thing.
There's a way that you can actually get them to answer your questions that the answer is almost always the same. So
Well,
your answer to their answer.
Daniel, not just that, but a lot of comics, if you notice, a lot of the bigger comics will ask questions in the audience and literally ignore what the person says because nobody else in the audience can hear them and just go with what the audience, thinks they said.
Ah,
Um,
that's actually smart.
but I missed the first part of that. Any great monologists right now? Well, there's the Moth. I mean, monologists are really storytellers at this point, right? By the way, favorite comedy club? World Comedy Studios, first online comedy club. And guys, if you're not following us, you definitely should. We do live comedy every fucking day. And yes, sometimes we do improv. We're actually going to be doing a live Periscope improv. I don't even know how to describe it yet, but guys, it's going to be fucking awesome.
It's going to be great.
About 2 weeks away or so. Birbiglia is a great storyteller.
I was
True
just
that.
going to say, do you
Birbiglia.
think, but is he really doing, yeah, I guess he is. I guess he's
storyteller.
doing monologues.
Public pranking? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a giant fan of being incredibly mean.
So, yeah.
But there are pranks. Like, on my Facebook feed, I guess the Montreal Festival does, like, a series of kind of, like, wacky pranks. But they're always usually really nice and tame. And probably too scary for me. I like my comic scripted, okay. Like, there was this one where there's a kid dressed like Superman, and the mom asked a stranger to watch the kid. And and they brought this big cinder block, and then the kid walked over, flexed his muscles, and picked it up because it was actually like 2 pounds.
Styrofoam.
Yeah, and it was like, what? And is that the most clever, amazing thing ever? No, but I don't like mean shit.
Russia likes to do a lot of. Oh, sorry.
And I'm sorry, Daniel Balshin, Brian Renneker.
One of the biggest problems that I have with pranks is YouTube. Because YouTube has told people that, I just kicked you in the balls. It's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank.
Some of those fucking guys.
You're a cock.
Yeah.
You're a cock and you want to...
Have you ever seen the guy that, went behind black guys and tried to pull up their pants?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you know
He
what?
got shot.
He almost got shot. I almost wish he had gotten shot.
Yeah, I
What a fucking dick.
Right. There are so many prank channels which are just people. There's Sam
Italian.
Pepper.
Oh.
That fucking asshole. He did the fake hand thing and just grabbed girls' asses and then he was like, oh, it was a social comment. No, you're a fucking cock. Okay, but the good side to pranks, what UCB did, if you've ever watched old UCB shows, the season and a half, the original cast,
Funny Robot.
they did so good. She had one where she was in a diner. Amy Poehler was in a diner, and she was like, "Oh, can I have a bite of that?" And just with people, and that's funny. Like that's not hurting people. That's
Right.
putting people in a little bit awkward situation.
Someone just said you pranked your friends, not strangers.
Yeah.
Which I kind of agree with. Prank's not funny, accidental nut shots funny. There you go.
Have you ever heard of Vitaly ZTV?
Yeah.
So there's one prank that I really love. It's the gold digger prank, where he does a few of them. He's standing.
He has a Lamborghini.
No,
Yeah.
There's a Lamborghini. He's standing next to it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's standing next to it, walking past his girl, and he goes, "Hey, can I have lunch with you or whatever sometime?" And she just brushes him off. She's like, "Get out of my way."
Sorry, Mama Fish, just watch the replay. We've already done the stand-up, and we have another one coming up at 9:30. If you follow us, you'll be able to see it. Sorry, Daniel, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So she brushes him
10 minutes.
away, and then he walks up to the Lamborghini, And he goes, hey, so last chance, you want to go? And she's like, oh, yeah, of course. And she comes up to the Lamborghini, and he walks around the Lamborghini to his, like, messed up
Like
Pinto.
86,
Yeah, like a Pinto.
Yeah.
And she just goes, oh, screw you. And then she walks away, and then he just jumps back in the Lambo, like, flicks her off and goes.
Like that's funny, and that points out like there's something that's clever about that. Walking up and being like, what was the walking into the pranks in the hood channels? Like those are the dumbest things. Like you want beef? Oh no, I was talking about this packaged piece of meat that I have. Oh, you want beef? It's a prank. It's a prank. Like no, you're just wanting wanting to see things escalate.
Smoking on stage, you technically can smoke on stage in most places because it's part of a performance, but I don't think so.
I think a lot of comedians
people
use it as like cues, like laughter breaks and all that kind of stuff. That's what I thought they used them for mostly.
I think it's an old Mitch Hedberg thing where he goes, where he talks about smoking for like 10 seconds, and he goes, and I only do that so I can smoke on stage because it has to be a part of a bit to smoke in a club in New York. And he goes, and then you just keep smoking for the rest of the set. Like that it was funny, and it told him that you can only smoke if it's a bit. But yeah,
cool. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little bit of a break in between the mics. We'll be back in not too long with I think 1 or 2 more comedians are coming by the way, not just these awesome guys. And if you're not following World Comedy Studios, please do. We're awesome. We do comedy all the time. And if you're interested in taking classes with me, I've been teaching comedy for about 20 years, including teaching at Princeton University and coaching comedians on MTV and blah, blah, blah. You can take classes with me from anywhere in the world over the internet. And my email is on my profile here on Periscope. So follow us, email me, say hello, and guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Bye-bye.